thing in my family. They didn't want any of me or my siblings to get into the entertainment world until we were at least 18.
Okay.
Just because they felt it wasn't a great thing.
They were right.
But that was,
they were right to do that.
But that wasn't really true. I think, I don't remember how old my brother was, but my oldest brother was in a couple films of my dad's, and I opted out. I really wish I didn't, because I would have been so much further in my career if I had just
taken it,
fucked around and did some,
Did some nepotism. Come on,
nepotism. I should have done some nepotism. I really, really thought I was being above it, and now I wish I wasn't, because I'm nowhere. No, I'm getting I'm getting somewhere, but it's we were, I don't know, I just didn't want that. I didn't know what I wanted to do yet at that age. I was so young.
For Romy and Jake Reiner, life after the loss of their parents has been defined by a quiet kind of pain. The kind that does not announce itself loudly, but sits heavy in every moment of the day. The deaths of Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner did not just take away two beloved public figures. They took away a mother and father who were deeply present, deeply involved, and deeply loved. For their children, the world did not simply change overnight, it fractured. In public statements, Romy and Jake have tried to put words to something that barely feels speakable. They describe their parents not only as caregivers, but as their best friends, a phrase that hints at the closeness of the family bond. Rob and Michelle were not distant Hollywood parents. By all accounts, they were hands-on, emotionally invested, and protective, especially when family challenges arose.
I didn't choose this.
Yeah.
I didn't pick to be in this family, but this is the family I was born into. And so if more people in my position can understand that, I feel like they're going to feel better about themselves anyway. It feels so disingenuous. It feels like you're not acknowledging the elephant in the room. And for me, I look at where I come from and I'm like, this is, but here's the difference. It's like, I feel like a lot of people in my position, try to shy away from that,
like they try and act like let's not get into that, or
let's not get into it.
Some have separate name, different name.
Yeah, they'll change their name, or they just want to be looked at as an individual, as and looked at as basically in a vacuum, basically, and just judge. Time I go on a set, I have that in the back of my mind of do people know? And if they do know,
I didn't know.
Right. And if they do know, are they judging me for it? Like, I always have that in the back of my mind whenever I go on a set.
Losing both parents at once leaves no gradual adjustment period. There's no easing into absence. One day they were there, and the next they were not. The pain Romy and Jake are living with is layered. There is grief, of course, the raw, destabilizing loss of parents who anchored their lives, but there is also shock, confusion, and the heavy burden of navigating that grief in public. When tragedy unfolds under media attention, mourning becomes complicated. Every private feeling risks becoming a headline. Every silence invites speculation. For Romy and Jake, choosing privacy has not been avoidance, it has been survival. Those close to the family say the siblings have leaned heavily on one another. Shared grief can be both comforting and painful. Comforting because no one else understands the loss in quite the same way. Painful because seeing your siblings suffer reflects your own pain back at you. In moments like this, siblings often become each other's emotional ground, even as they struggle to stand themselves. Romy, the younger of the two, has been described in past reports as sensitive and deeply affected by long-standing family tensions. For her, the loss of her parents is not just about death, but about safety and stability disappearing at once. Parents are often the emotional shield between adult children and the world's chaos. When that shield vanishes suddenly, the sense of vulnerability can be overwhelming.
I went to a really artsy high school, and I went to college for about a month, I'll say a month and a half, and it didn't really work out. So, I guess you could say I'm not really an artist, formally, because I haven't had the training, but I make art, so you can decide for yourself if you...
Jake, as the older sibling, carries his own silent weight. Older children are often expected, by others and by themselves, to be steady, to manage logistics, to hold things together. That expectation can leave little room to fully collapse, even when the pain demands it. Grief becomes something to schedule around phone calls, legal matters, and decisions that no one ever wants to make. What makes their loss even harder is the nature of it. This is not a peaceful goodbye marked by illness and preparation. It is a traumatic rupture that leaves questions unanswered and emotions unresolved. When death comes without warning, the mind replays conversations endlessly. The last text, the last call, the last moment that seemed ordinary at the time. Regret and longing tangle together, even when there is no clear reason for blame. In their statements, Romy and Jake have asked for compassion, urging the public to temper curiosity with humanity. That request reveals how exposed they feel. Grief already strips people raw. Public grief can feel like standing in the open without skin. Every comment, every theory, every casual opinion lands harder than outsiders realize. Friends of the family have quietly stepped in, providing protection and support rather than publicity. Visits have been low-key. Help has come in the form of meals, presents, and silence, the things that matter when words no longer work. Hollywood, for all its noise, does know how to close ranks around its own when tragedy strikes deeply enough. Living without Rob and Michelle now means learning how to exist in a world that no longer has their voices in it. It means holidays that feel wrong, birthdays that ache, and ordinary moments that suddenly sting. Grief does not move in a straight line. Some days feel manageable, others feel impossible. That unpredictability is part of what makes loss so exhausting. Romy and Jake are not trying to move on. That phrase rarely fits real grief. Instead, they're learning how to carry their parents with them, in memory, in values, in the small habits that don't disappear just because someone is gone. Rob Reiner's humor, warmth, and storytelling shaped how his children saw the world. Michelle's creativity and devotion shaped how they saw love. Those influences do not vanish, even when the people themselves are no longer there.